Hi,
Hey,
everyone. Oh my goodness. Are you ready? Oh, we got some things
let's
to talk
get
about.
into it. Got some breaking news that's breaking me. Like, what's going
What
on?
is happening here? But I have some information on that too as well. So let's get the other stuff out the way. We gotta shout out our sponsors and all of that stuff. So, hi everyone.
Hey,
Welcome
y'all.
to Soapfire. We're back. Brought to you by the TV Cave, where you get our thoughts on our stories. Soapwire is sponsored by Katie Waltman. Jewelry offers elegant handcrafted pieces from stackable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personalized charmed necklaces. Featured in Elle, InStyle, Oprah.com. All right, so there's a lot of magazines going on here, and also worn by celebrities such as Molly Sims. So please use the promo code SOAPWIRE. That is together, not apart. SOAPWIRE at katiewaltman.com. KTIE Waltman.com. All right, I am Ashley Sheree here, and this is
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Deneen.
Deneen. See, we got some drinks today, y'all,
It
because
looks like
stories are
I'm drinking
storying.
wine out the mason jar.
You got wine, I got the cup water, so I'm gonna have to be careful.
Cup water thing. Oh, all right. That's a whole nother topic. Oh, on
Cup
this
water, get you somewhere,
Wednesday.
and it's supposed to be a spirit or a spritz, or something.
It
Mm,
was good.
but it is good. All right, yeah. So the only breaking news that we have right now is from Beyond the Gates, BTG, where it had Robert Guza, also known to us as Bob Guza. He has left BTG. So it does look like that was his contract. He was only going to stay a couple of months and then he was just going to be like, shh. So just probably trying to get them to help get their parents together, help them out because we all know that Michelle and Bob, they also worked on General Hospital together. So it just
Hmm.
seems like
A lot
Michelle
of
is just,
history.
yeah, she seems like she is so connected and people love her. So that is like a huge plus because anytime I see anyone taking pictures with Michelle, it's like they love her. So
Yeah,
um
that's real.
I don't know what else to say about it. So shout out to him and thank you for helping get our show where it
All right.
needs to get
Yeah.
to. So and a
Yeah.
lot more coming. So let's get into the stories, y'all. Let's get into the stories.
Oh, child,
You
things
already
are
know.
gonna get easier
Come on.
because
Let's start the swaying.
beyond the gates. I mean, do the gates
BTG.
even exist at this point? Because everybody in there, like,
Can we really quickly I have to talk about shout out to Leslie. She is the culture. Ping, pong,
be
damn. I was like,
saw
girl,
that. It's been
girl.
a lot of pop culture references. Like, it's been Beyonce references, it's been sister references, like other musical references that make you okay, Black experience. Come on, connection. It's been nice.
It's been so nice. I'm not even gonna hold you. I lost my mind with the BTG reference, and something inside of me screams that that was like an ad lib from Trisha. Like, I don't know.
Mm,
I could just see it, but it works so well with Leslie because she is that type. Leslie,
yeah.
Leslie being the Honolulu Sherry of it all. Like that is her. She's just insane. Oh my goodness. So yeah. But also the Joey and Janessa, that was
So
crazy.
that was a beautiful sex scene. Like they were buzzing, like a psh, rip it, psh, pick me up. And it was how Joey hugged her from the back. It was like a
Woo!
full body,
Ugh,
arms enclosed.
a
And I
man.
was like, come on for the geriatric loving in the afternoon. We
They
love
need to
to
get it
see
too.
it.
Love to see it. They need to get it too. Okay. Shout out to the 50 and up crew. Cause y'all were showing that we still get it in. And I know y'all do. Cause that's
We
why
here to
they be having so
represent.
many issues at the freaking, what is that called? At the senior citizens home. All
Here
right.
we go. Another health fact as I have one scrubs for today. One of the highest STI populations is in the older adults because they like, we can't get pregnant. We don't have to wrap it up. But y'all get everything else. So
So you still need to wrap it up. Okay. Uh, but that scene, I mean, I'm a pickup and straddle girl. I love when my favorite couples do a pickup and straddle. Shout out to my
Mhm.
favorite pickup and straddles, and that has to be Spencer and Olivia from All American. He did it with so much ease. Oh my goodness. You can
I will not go back and watch.
Yeah, man. Also, shout out to Jeremiah and Belly from The Summer I Turned Pretty, because that's another one who's going to do a pickup and straddle. So to see an older man do a pickup and straddle, I was like, and especially John Lindstrom. John, I knew you had it from back in the day, even when you was on As the World Turns, but you still got it. I know that's right.
Because Laura Collins wasn't getting all of that.
She sure wasn't. That was
Like
probably
that.
Jeannie. Jeannie was like, listen, bro. That time has sailed, okay? Lauren over there on BTG was like, "Give it all to me,
Give
John.
it to me.
I can take it." But their scene was so good, even with like the change of the lighting. I just like I loved it. But I am wondering what's next because did you see in the preview she slaps the mess out of him?
No. Because like my Paramount Plus, after I watched, I never watched the previews of the next one.
Girl, I be on the bad place all the
Like,
time, like, and that's how I be finding
you
it again when
seen
like I want to
it.
see it or low key when I be listening when I'm at work. So
Mm.
I can't watch, but I'm gonna listen. So
It's you watching your soaps like it's a podcast.
okay, yeah. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta
Listening to
do. Cause I
it.
need to know what's happening going on. Cause I gotta wait until 5:30 to see it. No, put that on right away. But I just had to say that was just a great scene. Um.
Agreed.
I know, right? I just really loved it. Also, our girl Danny is backtracking. Thoughts?
It's,
You know, I got
okay, so
mine.
is she backtracking her feelings or is she backtracking the adjustment? Because, grief is not linear, progress is not linear. It's a baby. Yeah, that's gonna make you, like
Because I'm
let
tired.
me. The regression is real, like. But does it mean she's gonna stay where she is? I don't know. Especially after that conversation with Pamela
Oh, I
about Andre. I love the conversation, and I feel
felt like a
like
real best
it's a
friend to me.
possibility. Yes, I feel like it's a possibility that they may want more. So maybe she's not as hung up on wanting to be with Bill,
hmm
but a baby is like a big life change.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It is a huge life change situation, and of course, like you said, it's not linear, so she's gonna backtrack sometimes, but it just felt so much. I was just like, damn, like it just felt like she just went all the way back to the beginning. We're on episode
Mm.
like 65 now. I felt we reverted back all the way to number one with her. I was like,
Mm.
damn,
Because
like,
you saw the crazy Danny come out, wheels
yeah.
turning,
It wasn't
stalking
even,
social media, like
yeah, it wasn't even like, and she started drinking again. It wasn't
yeah,
even like a progression or like even she just started wilding. Like, so even if it was, I feel like if it was more of a quiet, somber situation where she just had a drink by herself and was like, damn, like he really did that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
yeah,
the real messed up stuff. It wouldn't have felt so like, ugh. It would have been like, yeah, I
like she
understand that.
repeating the cycle.
Yeah, like it's just like, because for me it would look like once again still keeping the progress would have been still feeling your emotions, but not
Hmm.
necessarily lashing out like she lashed out again over her ex-husband and his new wife. I'm just so tired of seeing that. Um, I think for me, because it's just like Danny, there's actually a good man, and I know he got his things with him too, but that man took care of your drunk ass. Like, that man usually drops everything for you. Like,
And I'm real upset about it because they haven't had no scenes together since they got into it, and like we ready for them to make up. Like, give me
girl,
Keandre. What's going on?
what is happening here? But I guess it's angst, right, Brian? So waiting for them
Yeah.
to like get back on a good track. But I do appreciate how, they're starting to have those conversations to figure out, what are we gonna do here? Like what's next? Even though now they've low-key avoiding each other, which does
Hmm.
happen when, after you've had like a real deep conversation. So, but I'm looking forward to them getting back on a good fit. And today is Tuesday, y'all. So I believe that, they had their talk today. So I definitely can't wait to like really like
Yeah.
watch that. No,
Y'all
he
have
did.
to see my face because she is literally paused on the TV. So I'm excited.
Girl. So yeah, because I need them to get really back. But I just loved how Pamela, that whole conversation felt like a real best friend combo that a best friend would have. But
Okay.
what really stumped me was when he told Ted.
I'm like, you know what? I think Ted really provoked him too. Like he questioned his ability to have a serious relationship with someone or to be vulnerable with someone.
Mm.
And he like, you want a name? You want a name? Danny, you know? And I think it also was very affirming to him because he hasn't really talked about his feelings for her outside of her.
Yeah.
So for him to be able to be in that space and speak up for both of them, I love it.
Yeah, like I really liked the scene that they had together and him confiding in him. I don't know, maybe it's showing a Friedman as well. Like I just really love Andre low key, and I
Mhm.
didn't think that I would love him this much. But you know what, Ashley? Let's keep it a buck. Because sometimes we always like we see things that we will want to happen in real life. And granted, blessed be the God, I'm dating someone who actually gives me the things that needs to be done. But
Mhm.
I think
Let's
Andre
pause. Okay, y'all don't see the blush, but I see it.
I don't try. You saw how I tried to like move on from the couch
Mm-hmm.
real quickly.
So,
He's probably gonna be listening, but anyways, he's gonna love that shout out, low key. So, but it just reminded me too. Like Andre reminds me of things that I used to look for in a man, and I
mm,
think Andre does that, even though of course he's like in this kind of finicky place and still trying to figure him out. His actions, that's what it is. His actions basically display a man who actually really cares, and even his words match it. And sometimes with men, you don't really get that all the time. The way
that's
he,
true.
the way he took care of her, he takes care of Danny.
That's true.
100. So I just like eat them up. Um, Also, so let's get. I had some thoughts. Do you mind if I just kind of go in a little bit?
Let's get it.
I had some thoughts about the whole Chelsea and Cat conversation.
Okay.
So even though we all know and understand that Chelsea has no connection to Eva like at all. And even though black people love to call everybody family, I've never heard of that one so far, but I let that go. My thing is I feel like what some black family members do is, oh, that's family though.
Mm.
No.
It don't condone that behavior. Like it don't give you a pass.
Exactly. And I feel like
Yeah.
I know, so I don't want to generalize and say all black people, but some black people will really be like, but that's family, and it's just like we got to be respectful, that's just what to do. And for me, it reminds me of soul food. And guess what? Family fucked my husband. That's what I think
That's
about.
Faith. Come on, cousin Faith.
Exactly.
Never
Sometimes,
forget.
sometimes some families just really don't need to be
Tell
involved.
cousin Ebony too if we gonna take it to Players
Okay, let's
Club.
go Players Club. Like, you
So
know, some families don't, and you need time. I feel as though Kat deserves the time and the space to not want to be involved with Eva. It's not fair that everybody wants her to just move on. The thing is, like, nobody believed Kat when she was absolutely right about old girl. And now that like I was right, proved it was right now, it's just like, oh, well, you should accept her because that's your sister. No, I don't have to do that. I'm not ready to do that. And that's why she's still going around being private eye, being Stabler and Elliot over there
yeah.
and messing the messing the
Messing
cake up.
everything up, telling everything. Like for what? Stop letting your right hand know what your left hand doing.
That
Shout out
part.
to Kevin Holmes because he taught me that. You need to stop telling on yourself, baby girl. Like, why are you going? And I got this jacket, and this is a move in silence because now she know everything that you're doing.
Everything. And you tell the culprit that you're trying to catch. What?
All she gonna do is switch up her stuff.
Exactly. I think too, Kat is just so like, I got see, I'm gonna show y'all. I was right again. Not even like I was right again, but I know what I'm talking about. See ya, see, here, here, look, look, look.
Hmm.
Like it's like, girl, it's okay. Like, but you gotta keep always, whether it's with Mona, like, and tell her, don't they look like? And I was just like,
Right,
no,
right.
girl, no, she has to do it on her own. Everything is just nullified right now. Don't do it. Like literally, that's how I felt like I was. But yeah, but I need people to chill off Cat though, just a little bit, just a
No,
smidge.
for sure, for sure. I get it. I get it. I I think it's also the Nancy Drew references that the show is making.
Oh,
There's like they putting little lines in there that's making people react off of that too.
true, true. I could see that. It is cute though.
Yeah,
I have to admit. Also, I do enjoy seeing her and Leslie go back and forth.
agreed.
It for me, it's just like Cat is like, I'm not afraid of you. I don't care how old you is. I don't care how crazy you is. Crazy begets crazy. Let's go. And it's just so
Yeah, Kat
funny to
is holding
me.
her own. I will say that. I will say that. Kobe is
Like,
definitely standing 10 toes down, going against a powerhouse like Trisha.
yes, and it's once again, it is such an amazing thing to see. Like I
Yeah.
be literally eating it up. It's so good. Like, so good. Absolutely freaking love it. And then of course too, we got Anita, Miss Tracy, and Miss Sharon. I'm invested.
How do you feel about the whole interaction with her and Sharon?
I liked it. I
Okay.
liked it a lot. I felt like Sharon ate her up. Like I will say that. Like Anita had her points and she had her moments, but also that she did them wrong, you know? So
Yeah.
even though it was just like if we're sisters, if we're like this and we came into this together, and then like I rarely hear from you because it sounded too as though they were trying to reach out to her and she wasn't responding to them. So now just because you have made it to a point in your life where you're missing them doesn't mean that I have to meet you there. When everything was going on and you decided to go with Dante Green and everything was okay, you wasn't thinking about us because you just
Hmm.
wanted that win. And then also hear Sharon say, like, I turned down offers and then I also had to deal with
That's the one.
rumors.
That I couldn't even fight against because I signed an NDA.
Exactly. So like there was a lot of pain, a lot of hurt there. So I got why Sharon was like, "No, fuck you." Like
Hmm.
like yeah, like no, you really screwed me over. I'm holding this grudge. With the little bit of money I did, I went back to the neighborhood and I bought a house and tried to live the best life that I
And
could.
I
Like
tried to make up for it. And I think a lot of it too is Anita is not remorseful. She's more
she
so like, I just
doesn't
want to sweep this under the rug and let's get this concert.
mm-hmm. Let's get the
Especially like
glory
saying,
days.
I haven't told Vernon the truth. So what all is the truth, Anita?
Tell us, hun. We
But
want to know.
I've been saying I wanted them to be a little bit more spice. So
Yes, it's definitely spicy. I know. Well, it's gonna premiere. Do you want? No, you're gonna watch it. So, and then just text me because I know what part of the secret is. It caused a
okay.
big kerfuffle on Twitter, but I'm a spoiler girl, so
See,
I
I
love
haven't
it.
been on today. Okay.
I love me a good spoiler. Me
Oh,
personally, I say scroll on if you don't want to see it.
I got one more client after this. I'm pray I pay attention.
Yes, yes. Oh my God. Okay, okay. Oh my goodness, but yes, BTG be BTGing. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, like even with the whole cat walking in on Ted and Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry.
That was hilarious.
And I love too, she was like to Ted, like, I'm not stupid, but why do you keep putting yourselves in these situations? Like she's like, I know what she's doing. I know why she did it. Like, but you
Mhm.
keep putting yourself there. And somebody had to tell her too, because at this point, Eva's a grown ass woman. She
Yeah.
doesn't need that co-parent. She could just go see Ted. He's probably right upstairs in the other hotel room. And then like if she want to see, Leslie Dana on a sure, she could go over there and see her. So it's
Mhm.
really not me. I did agree with what Kat was saying, now if Eva came to Ted and was just like, this is what's going on, and he wanted to defend his daughter, then bet. Like that's a little whole different situation. But
Right.
I did like the scene, I have to admit. Oh man, girly. So let's go on to which has kind of been on a repeat like they usually do. It feels like it's the same thing being said with just
It's
different words.
and I feel like I don't know if it's a lack of characters or the
Mm,
same characters getting screen time, but that's starting to become a thing too, like a cycle of, like you said, the same thing. Like
I think it's both.
we can go a week without watching and we know it's something going on with Hope Carter. We know it's something going on with Liam. We
Hmm.
know it's something going on with Steph. We know it's something going on with Ian
Yep. And Bridge is still
and
caught
Luna.
between Taylor and Brooke. That never changes. 35 years and we're still doing the same shit.
And
So
it's like I got excited with Daphne coming in because I'm like, okay, this is some
something
fresh meat.
different.
This is gonna be something different. But then we had her exit stage left, and it's like, okay,
Hey, now we're here. That
stuck with
sucks.
Hope and Carter, engaged Hope and Carter.
Yay, I guess.
I mean, news to me here. Like,
Yeah, that couple got engaged. Daphne left, and then also it looks like okay. I will say Finn and Liam they had a very nice scene.
yeah,
I
they
they
did. They did. They did. It gave me Stephanie and Hope vibes, like let bygones be bygones. We gotta focus on the bigger picture type of thing.
exactly like, and also he's like asking him to look after his daughters. Like that's a big deal. It's like I know you're basically helping to raise her now because you're
Yeah,
married to, her mom, but I'm not even gonna, be there anymore. So I really need you to step in for me. So
I agree.
that was just such an amazing scene. I really did like that and feel for it. I also people feel like we're just still trying to get used to Steffi and Hope getting along. So that is kind of funny. He's like, well, like what is happening here? Like, okay, if that works for y'all, then like bet. Also, we had Electra and Luna get into it again. Luna's being, like you said last week, lunatic Luna.
Lunatic Luna,
That
which
was
in
great.
turn I feel like is making you roll your eyes more at Sheila because you like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yes. It is such a pot meat kettle. Like, Sheila, you killed people too. Sheila, you literally shot your own son and his wife and left them for dead in a freaking alley behind El Giardino's. But then you're like literally telling Luna she has to go. And Luna already gets on my nerves because I feel like she has no accountability and she's
Hmm.
begging for acceptance but not taking accountability for her actions. And oh, I'm just not that person anymore. Okay, like that's nice, but still, let's see what your actions show from that. You can't expect people to forgive you. You literally almost killed me, but I'm
Yeah,
supposed to forgive you in less than a year's time, girl. If you don't go on, like. That was insane to me. So, and then it's just like she's talking to Sheila and she's still steady blaming Steffi. And I was just like, she hasn't changed. So,
hmm,
what are we like doing here? I don't know. I just would have rather the storyline, if they were gonna do this too, like maybe actually seeing some growth in her, seeing some change, her, you know, I rather it would
yeah,
have been a reversal too. Like I don't need Sheila telling her like, how to live. I just don't need that. Sheila's
hmm,
always been crazy. Um, I needed something different. Granted, this wasn't the storyline that I wanted from Luna any freaking way, so it didn't even matter. Nobody wanted Finn to be her biological father. So
yeah.
that just tainted Luna as it was. I just feel like there were so many different ways, or even with her struggling with being good, showing her trying to do actions to better herself. We just really haven't had any of that. So, you know.
That's real. That's real.
It is what it is. So I'm just gonna leave that where it is, and we're gonna go on to Days of Our Lives. God, it was
Mm,
so it was so
obsessed.
good. It was so good last week.
I'm
I'm gonna
obsessed.
we're gonna save the topic that you all want to hear us talk about for last because I feel like that's a lot to um get through in the beginning. But also we're starting to see that EJ and Kristen, I just feel like they're such Damaras. So your brother got shot. Your daughter said, "Yeah, I saw his son Johnny with a gun and they were arguing, but I'm gonna blackmail you so I can get my mama back." Like that is the first thing that Kristen did when she found out that, once Rachel told her. And also, I feel like there's such a personality shift in Rachel. I'm trying to figure out how to feel about it or like
Okay.
embrace it. I don't know.
Okay.
It
Talk
feels
it
weird.
out.
Oh, because basically I felt like the young girl that played her before, she had a lot more spice. She
Okay.
had a lot more I said what I said. She felt so much like a daughter and like, the child of Kristen Demara. Versus this new iteration, she's more like scared and like I don't know, it's just so weird and that's not how she was at first. And then it's like, oh, well, she saw, Johnny and EJ arguing. No, she's been displaying this since she came onto the canvas. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out like I don't know, like it just really wasn't explained why it just turned like this. Because even when she was with her grandmother, Rachel, Grandma Rachel Black, oh no, Grandma Rachel, whatever her last name was, her grandmother, she still had that pizzazziness, like
Mhm.
she helped Ava get kidnapped, so like it was there. So I don't
And
know, I don't know, I don't
as you
know.
say it, it makes me wonder too. Like sometimes when they do recast, they recast because they do want to switch up the dynamic of the tone of the character.
Mhm.
Like um, even looking at Dark Michael.
Oh, I love it.
Like I did like that portrayal of Rachel, especially when everything with the kidnapping went down and like
Mhm.
very defiant, like this is my way, this is what's going on.
That too.
And appropriate for like teenage like tantrums and temperatures and like, like a little kid era that. But maybe they're setting it up for something different.
Yep.
I hope so. I hope they use that in a direction and don't just let the character go flat.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like, I don't know. I'm still trying to really get used to this new iteration. I don't know. Because I think, and I don't know, the last two recasts, even the recast of Sophia, I don't like this new iteration
Yeah.
either. That was another character that was
I know you
feisty.
really like the last character of
Oh,
Sophia.
yes, I love the young lady that played her. She had that feistiness, but she was still like lovable. So you knew
Hmm.
she was still trying to figure herself out, and she stood firm on the decisions that she made. She told Tate what it was. I don't know. This one is kind of like like another one like timid, and I'm just like, where did this like come from? The only one she was like really afraid of, obviously was her mother, but besides that, I don't know. I don't know. They be changing the people that I really like, which really gets on my nerves. And even talking about Sophia, so she went and talked to Melinda as well about since she's 18 now, making sure that her
Yeah,
child is put up for adoption. I really did like the scenes too when Amy Choi came in and Melinda really told them, this is the, you know, um Asian descent women talking about, how she had to give up like her child and what that did to her and finding her and trying to rebuild. I enjoyed those scenes as well. Thought they were really, really good and laid a
I agree.
foundation, kind of like, oh, we have something here. So I did appreciate that too. So um
I
al-
agree.
also girly like Maggie let Xander freaking have it, okay? Hey, spicy Maggie.
It's the red
Yes.
hair. It's the red hair, Maggie.
She's like, I'm back like how I was in the olden days, okay? Mess with me if you want to, because you messing with my daughter, my granddaughter. I ain't trying to hear that. And your daddy wouldn't like to either.
Hmm.
Let's talk about it. She was like, your father wouldn't have, no way in hell he would have, been cool with you beating up your brother, to almost to death. Like it's, she did. She was like, I've always stood by you, and she has. Like Maggie has always been one of the people in Xander's corner. So for him not to like have anybody, low key, like Xander's alone now. Like he has like no one. Everyone has essentially turned their backs on him because of what he did to Philip.
Can you blame them?
Oh no, definitely not. And also you have to know too, like, granted, Philip is not, what's the word? Clean and squeaky. We all know Philip has his issues in his past, but like
Mhm.
the thing is, Philip has done a lot of things in the past that people were able to move forward from.
Yeah,
And the thing is with Xander, like unfortunately your sins are more newer than Philip's sins are. So they're gonna it's in their brains a little bit more right now than
that's
what
what's being
he's
paid
done.
attention to. Yeah,
And also, the people who know what it is, it's also like Bo is beloved. Like, he's trying to get that drug for his brother and for you. So then that's another thing too. I think people are looking at it as like he's trying, if they know the situation, it was like he was trying to make sure that his brother lived and that his
yeah,
brother got the serum that he wanted to in order to thrive. And this is what you do. You beat him to nearly to death. And then he's like, and people have no idea if he's gonna make it. So yeah, of course I could see them all turning on Xander. It is what it is. I mean, even his wife did. So
that's true too.
it was the whole reason why she didn't want to tell his ass. And I was just like, you just proved it right. You
Yeah, that's true too.
just proved her right. But I did love those. And I also love like the Ari and Gabby scenes too as well with them going back and forth too.
Like,
Loved it.
I love that they're actually using Ari's character coming back. Like,
Yes.
I don't see her as a prop in those
Mm-mm.
things. Like, she's very much so intricate.
Oh yeah. And she's a freaking Horton. Like when she came out with Doug, she was like, "Oh my God, my mother and my cousin." I was like, "Oh shit, that's right. JJ is her cousin." I was like, "Oh damn, look at this, multicultural young woman, and she's
Mhm.
like literally connected to like the canvas." Like, I love that. I love the integration of like interracial and intermingling
Yeah,
families because
same.
you even have that with Eli and Lonnie, like their children are Hortons, like
Mhm.
so now you have, this young Hispanic lady, she's a Horton too. Like I love that. I love it. Horton's getting some spice up in there in so many different ways. I love to say it. Um, so I think we talk. Okay, so now it's time, y'all. I was trying. Oh wait, Jada.
Yeah, like Shani and Jada. Just let it happen.
I thought that scene was so cute and reminiscent of like how we would be sometimes and when we're about to hit up like our boo. Like, should we talk to them? Should we hit them up? Like, it's okay right now. Like, in those
Mhm.
early like stages, even though she knew he was lying, but she also knew there was something more going on.
Yeah, absolutely. She gave him grace,
Yes,
which was needed in that moment.
exactly. And then, Belle confirmed it. And I also liked how it looks like Belle has like really moved on. Because like sometimes people have like the little remembrance of the past like
Yeah.
still there, and it looks like sis has moved on. Like, I'm with EJ right now, like, go ahead, y'all do y'all type of thing, even though they didn't really talk about it. For her to essentially
Yeah.
know the situation of like Jada and Sean and still confide and look like everything was okay, like, I love to see it. It's insane.
Same.
Whew, okay, yeah. Now it's time to talk about it. I
Oh,
was delaying it. It's Tuesday. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, actually, I wake up at 5. And literally, first thing I do, wait until it's 6 a.m. so I can watch Days of Our Lives. And for the past like week now and week and 2 days, I have been watching Days like my life depended on it.
mm.
So one of
How
the
do you
episodes.
feel about the false hope?
When he flatlined and then they make it seem like he was.
Like, yeah, even though we know what the outcome is going to be, like, how do you feel about it being prolonged?
Ah, I feel like I understood why.
Okay.
The only reason I kind of understood why is just so like giving him the opportunity to, having his family members see him. I feel like that's why it was essentially extended a little bit longer because when I tell you the scenes between, shout out to Christy Clark who plays Carrie, Like it was so much freaking history in that Wednesday episode. I thought I was gonna lose my freaking mind. Like
Mm.
that woman played Carrie since she was so freaking young. And at one point they tried to recast and it didn't work because they wanted to make her older. They had to bring sis back. Um, I just it's a lot to kind of like get through, but I'm just here for it. I watched the
Yeah.
Wednesday episode like 20 million times because it was just so good and they just leaned into the history so much. Like to hear Marlena tell Carrie, like you are me and John's daughter, you will always be me and John's daughter.
Yeah, it was
Like we don't
beautiful.
care what DNA says, like you are ours. Like and I t- oh like crying the flashback scenes of them. Even they brought an Abe in there too. Like it was just, he's like, hey partner, I'm like it was just so much and on being really real, those scenes felt real. Like
Mm.
even
It was
Chandler
a tribute. It felt like a whole tribute.
a whole trip, even Chandler when who plays Will, even with him speaking to John, like and showing him coming out gay. Happy Pride Month, y'all. It is June. It's June 3rd right now. So happy Pride Month to all of the people that I love as well. I don't play about y'all. But it just I don't know, the emotions, like everything was just there. Even the scene with Eric who plays Brady. Oh my goodness. Because well, Brady's mother, his biological mother, died when he was like one or something like that on the show. So, giving him something of his mother and showing us, yeah, about to cry. Like it was just
It was a
so
lot.
woo. And then Drake has already, passed on and
Yeah.
he gave his approval for this. Then you have like I'm sorry, it just felt so weird, like seeing no, so real, seeing Christy cry, seeing like
Mm.
Greg Vaughn up in there, and which is great too. Having it was like the entire crew, like their entire blended family, besides Sammy. Insane. Besides Sammy and Allie and Sydney, like they were all there. Um, God, there are no word. I can't even really express like how amazing it was, and we're not gonna get into the last 2 days because I'm telling you right now, on Tuesday, June 3rd, this bitch over here was like streaming this morning,
Mm. Oh,
streaming this morning. It was Deidre Hall, you legend, you girl. But that felt real. When you watch, I don't know if you watched it, that
you
felt
watched it yet?
real. That felt real. Like it's
So I
nothing
need to
I can
switch
say.
up
This
my
felt
order.
real.
Okay. So that mean I need to watch days and then watch everything else. So like
And
decompress.
let me know how you felt. Everything felt real. Like
Okay.
whoo, child, child, child. But then also like we know that Bo is coming back
Yeah.
as well, like not just laying in a bed. So I'm also wondering how like that dynamic is gonna feel because John saved
Okay.
Bo
You
and now John
sacrifice
is
and
dead.
stuff. Yep.
Like I don't, who gonna feel salty? Marlena, Belle, Sammy? Like
Mm. Mm.
who? Who? Yes, he did an amazing deed, but still, like sometimes your emotions get
Yeah.
mixed up in it. No, I want him here. He could have
It's
been
definitely
here.
gonna set the stage for some drama, some resentment, some bitterness.
hmm All of that, all of that. So I am just completely here for it. Hopefully, I'll get my bearings together where I could talk more about just how amazing it was. But
Yeah.
it was a lot last week. I just know that all of the episodes where it included John and his family, especially Carrie, was like amazing. Carrie, Brady, and Will. Like those scenes hit.
Mm.
Eric did good too, but I don't know, it was just something, especially the Carrie scenes. Especially the Carrie scenes. And it may be because I remember when I started watching Days, like I was probably like 10 or something like that. So like I was really into the Sammy, Carrie, and Austin triangle. And I just, was so invested as a young. I was like, look at these two sisters. Like, what is happening here? Like, type thing. So maybe that's why. And just like seeing, I don't know. Yeah, I was just, woo, child. It was just good. It was just good. I'll just say
Tune
that.
in. You
Tune.
know, The next one had a couple of dramatic scenes this week as well.
I know, girl. Go ahead, sis.
Jane Elliott,
Ah, you legend, you.
the gem that you are. You know, Tracy has always been reflective of family. Like, even if you currently, shameless plug, watch the General Hospital repeat episodes through Prime right now.
Hmm.
It's on December 2020 when Jane Elliott came back into the canvas. And majority of that was, you know, after the Quartermaine mansion had got redone. And she just like, well, why didn't anybody tell me that it was changed? I thought this was my house too. What about the family? What about the memories? And she's always been very much so like tradition.
Hmm.
So for her to have her great grandson and show him pictures, and this is your
Oh.
family, this is oh my God, everything in here is yours. I felt like it was Mufasa telling Simba, "This is Pratt Rock. Everything that you touch is yours," you know, and just the history between Olivia and Lois and
Mm.
Sunny and Ned. And I'm so glad that Ned and Lois got to have a scene
They
because
deserve the scene.
yes, you know the history of them,
Hmm.
right? And then like the Brooklyn and the Dante scene, but baby, let's get down and dirty with Dante and Lulu. Dante, you could have yelled at her a little bit more. Dominic, we talked about it. We talked about it.
Cause now you ain't getting it. Now go to
You're not getting
Deidre.
it. You did a little bit. You did a little bit, but you could have went in on her a little bit more.
Exactly, exactly. No, I agree wholeheartedly.
You definitely could have went in on her a little bit more. Um, Brooklyn definitely went in on Lois.
Oh, I
Like,
have to. We gotta shout out Amanda Sutton.
yes,
Like I ain't know sis had it in her like that. I mean, probably from all the frumpy outfits. Ah, damn, I said that out loud. But like, I. But she was going in. Kudos to her acting.
she showed me when the scenes first came out when Lulu told her it was a boy and that inhale that she did. I was like, yeah, she's about to pull from something. And
Mm-hmm.
she's been pulling from it ever since.
Ever since.
So
She's
I'm
been.
excited to see Giovanni Key still is going. He's still angry. And he was even going toe to toe with Jane. Like the
Which is
emotion that he
crazy.
was drawing from her emotion, like he said, y'all been looking for me. Y'all been trying to figure out what I was here for. I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm here. You said I wasn't. You
Welcome.
look. You said I wasn't a quarter me. Well, guess what? Now I am.
And I like how it's setting up everything with him and Emma.
Oh yeah, definitely. Looks like they're taking their time with them as
Yeah.
well. But they do have something there. So
Yeah.
I'll definitely give them that. And she's really being supportive. She's like following him around.
Yeah,
Like,
she
what do
is.
you
And
need?
then
How can I
and then
help?
she's still like, well, for yesterday's, I think like she still is touching bases with the family, letting them know like he's with me, he's okay. You know,
That
like
was nice of her to do.
very much so. Very much so. So I feel like General Hospital has maybe three big storylines right now. That one,
Mhm.
Dark Michael coming back, everything but the custody case.
Shout out to Rory Gibson.
You know, you are making this your own, and I love it.
Can I just say, it's really sad now to see that Young and the Restless didn't utilize him the way that he needed to be. Like Rory played Noah. Noah is a child of Sharon and Nick, low key, high key, super couple. People still want them together till this freaking day. How did
Mhm.
they not utilize Rory Gibson in a role of Noah? Is insane to me. Like seeing what he's doing right now. New Michael is a hot Michael. New Michael is angry Michael. New Michael is dark Michael. New dark Michael is giving me. People can say Sunny all they want, but I'm sorry, he's giving me Alan Quartermain.
Mm.
Sorry, that's who I see when he's being dark. And also, hello Misha, welcome back. I was like, the Kim is
The height is hiding too. So like,
Kimmy. Ooh, yes, that
yeah,
part
I'm
too.
excited. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them. And
Same.
then we have, last but not least, Young and The restless that needs to
Oh,
rest.
really quickly too. We didn't talk about Trina and Kai doing the damn do. I didn't expect that. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yes, 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 yes. I think we mentioned it last week as far as like um how they put it in there.
But they,
Like
they it was supposed to be later on in the week. I didn't expect to go down the timeline and see them screwing. I was like, oh, like what is happening here? I was like, whoa. But I have to commend them. I thought the scenes were really good.
I agree.
Kudos
I
to
agree.
them.
It was spicy.
Yeah, I was surprised. Okay, check y'all out. I don't know what's getting into the water at General Hospital, but I think they're starting to see the competition. So,
The ratings.
quite possibly. Because like I have to admit, besides Beyond the Gates, for the past like week and a half, General Hospital never thought I'd see the day because
Been holding down.
I don't give them the views like that. I be scummaging through clips. But they've been bringing it. So them and I feel as though Days too as well. Those are the three that are
Hmm.
not playing no games with us. They said you want soap? I got you. It took over a year, but we're here. Yay. Probably more than 2 years or 3 or 4. Something like that. Maybe 5, 6. You know what? You know what doesn't even matter. So let's go on to Young and the Restless. All right.
I have
Michael.
nothing.
Michael. Michael, why are you acting this way over Victor? You act like your boyfriend just broke up with you. That was your boss and friend. Michael, you used to be a stalker. You used to be crazy. What is happening here? You over here boo-hooing over Victor? Child, that was like been really getting on my nerves, and I heard this week it hasn't gotten any better. Like he's still doing the same shit. Like I just like, what is happening? And
This is disheartening.
I don't know. And then of course, y'all know I really love keeping up with my sexy couple, Nate and Audra. And
Hmm.
so like,
Hmm.
she's still about to, go into the deep end, with Kyle testing the waters. Kyle had to have a conversation with Claire because they do give off vibes. So Claire's like, I'm not worried, but yes, you are, sis. Like, stop. Yes, you are. We can see it in your face. You're worried about what's going on because I just feel like Audra is very much like a sexy bombshell. The confidence is like absolutely through the roof. So
Yeah.
who wouldn't sometimes if you're not secure, who wouldn't feel a little bit like intimidated? And if I'm being real, the character of Claire doesn't give me security. So, but she does look cute with Holden. I'll say that. So Claire might need to cheat. What would be good is if she gets confused when she sees Kyle and Audra together, takes that, runs with it, and sleeps with Holden. Yep.
Oh, oh.
Yep.
Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I
Give that to
repeat,
me.
you heard it here first.
I'm trying to put it in the universe, y'all. Cause leave Nate and Audra alone. Leave Nate and Audra alone. So, even though I know it's not gonna happen. And of course, y'all know I love me some Amanda, but it looks like she's gonna team up with Phyllis to get Dumas and all of that other stuff. So we'll see how that works. Also, do we have a breakout performance of the week?
Definitely Carrie and Marlena during that scene on days. And then I also want to give it to both Jane and Amanda on General Hospital.
We
So,
are definitely in agreement with Marlena, Deidre Hall, and Krista Clark who played Carrie. I'm also give it to, oddly enough, Amanda Sutton who plays Brooklyn, Brooklyn Quartermaine Harrison, because I thought all three of them were absolutely stellar in their performances. Um,
phenomenal.
Telling y'all right now, when it comes for next week, breakout performance of the week, just know it's gonna be days. I'm just saying, like, get ready, cause there's nothing else to even say about it. It's going down basement. So yeah. And with that, y'all, we have concluded and came to the end of Soap Wire. So please, please, always lock in with us. Follow us on IG. It is soap_wire, or on Blue Sky, it's
Or
just soap wire together, smushed. You can also follow us if you would like. I am Lady2Wise_ASA on Instagram and on a bad place known as Twitter. Lady2Wise ASA, no underscore on Blue Sky. Denise?
and I am on Instagram, Neen_Amanda or Neen_ the therapist. Blue Sky, Neen Amanda. Twitter, Kiss My Name.
Yep, so that is all us. Make sure that you follow Soapwire, make sure you follow us, and make sure you look at katiewaltman.com, katiewaltman.com, and use the promo code. You know what
Oh,
it is.
Wire. One
Ah!
word together.
Yay! Together, not apart. And we will see you next week for another brand new Soapwire podcast brought to you by the TV Cave, dropping Wednesdays, 8 a.m. So thank you so much for joining us and staying firm with us. We will see you next Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.